for more than 200 years, many events have raised more questions than answers. Will new findings help answer these questions? For over 2 centuries, the veil of mystery has shrouded events that leave more inquiries unanswered than resolved. But will future discoveries finally shed light on these enigmas? Discover the enchanting architecture, awe-inspiring rock-cut structures, and unique croissants in Poznan. Immerse yourself in the city's hidden gems, breathtaking views, and captivating day trips. Make sure that you are subscribed. Let's travel the world together. Poznan, nestled in the heart of western Poland, is a city steeped in mystery and charm. With its historical old town, vibrant cultural scene, and tales of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered, Poznan is a city that invites exploration. But what secrets does this city hold? What makes it so unique and captivating? These are the questions that draw visitors to this enchanting city time and time again. Have you ever wondered what lies behind the flaky, buttery layers of a croissant? St. Martin's cake tastes the best in Poznan. You can buy them or bake them yourself. Ask your kids which options they choose. You'll be lost in the Croissant Museum for a few hours. The smell of almonds and oranges will not let you go for a long time. But what makes this museum truly special? The museum offers a hands-on experience, allowing visitors to not only learn about the history and making of croissants, but also to create their own. With the guidance of experienced bakers, visitors can roll, shape, and bake their own croissants to take home and savor. What secrets does the Croissant Museum hold? The traditional recipe obliges. It's over 150 years old and has the status of a protected geographical indication. It can only be made in Wielkopolska according to a specific recipe, the most important ingredient of which is white poppy seeds. A visit to the museum is a trip to the old days, but at the same time you can understand how the history of Poznan influenced its present phase. The 500-year-old tenement house in which the museum is located is one of the best preserved in the old market square. Inside, you will see wall paintings, Gothic arches and walls, and Renaissance furnishings. So, are you ready to delve into the world of croissants? Whether you are a pastry lover or simply looking for a unique and fun experience, the Croissant Museum in Poznan is not to be missed. Immerse yourself in the history, tradition, and culture of this beloved pastry and discover the magic of the croissant for yourself. In the heart of Poznan, the square has been the center of trade and commerce for over 800 years and has witnessed countless events that have shaped the city's history. The market square, which was to become the city market, was marked out along with the location of the city under the Magdeburg law in 1253. It received its final shape in the 15th century. 12 streets led out from the market square, which to this day are the basis for the regular division for the old town. It received its final shape in the 15th century. 12 streets led out from the market square, which to this day are the basis for the regular division of the old town. In its center, there were most of the public buildings: the town hall, the city scales, the guardhouse, the pillory, the cloth hall, bread stalls, and public wells. What secrets does this square hold? The most characteristic building is the Renaissance town hall, the symbol of Poznan, considered the most beautiful town hall in Poland. Every day at 12 o'clock, a bugle call sounds from the tower and two billy goats appear next to the clock. It's best to come to this performance several minutes before noon, then there may be no more room. Some say that the square was once home to a secret society, with hidden tunnels and underground chambers that have never been fully explored. In front of the town hall there is a pillory, a post at which punishments were administered in the old days. Ears were cut off or flogged for various offenses. On its left side there is a row of charming builders' houses. Painted in bright colors. In their arcades, trade has been going on for centuries, once in candles or fish, today in souvenirs. Are you brave enough to explore the square and discover its secrets for yourself? The four frontages of the old market square are covered with tenement houses that represent a wide range of architectural styles, from Gothic to modernism. The current appearance is largely the result of post-war reconstruction, when 60% of the buildings were in ruins. The royal castle in Poznan is one of the symbols of the city's capital past and its turbulent history. Today it towers over the city again. In this story, it is difficult to separate truth from fiction. Well, when Christianity came to Old Poland, Satan, irritated by this, ordered his devils to grab a mountain from Silesia at night and throw it into the Warta River to flood the city. Celebrating its success prematurely, however, the devil's routine woke up the sleeping Hans. The rooster's crowing frightened the servants of darkness, who, thinking it was dawn, dropped a mountain on the left bank of the river. What secrets do the castle walls hold? The Duke's and then royal castle in Poznan was built on a hill within the city walls in the western part of the city, founded in 1253, at the back of the western block of buildings of the market square. Its foundation dates back to the 70s, 80s, 13th century and connects with the person of Prince Przemus II. The castle, as a princely and royal residence, was visited many times according to records by the rules of Poland. At the same time, however, it served as the seat of the highest royal officials in this area, successive general starosts of Wielkopolska. accordance with the plan of the development of the post-fortress area drawn up by the German architect and urban planner Joseph Steuben in 1905, the construction of the last imperial residence of Europe began. The castle was designed by Franz Schwechten in the neo-Romanesque style. It was supposed to give the impression of a building testifying to 1,000 years of German rule in these areas. When the construction works were in progress, a Polish peasant from a village near Poznań came to the construction site every day and urged the workers with great commitment. This puzzled the inspector supervising the construction so much that he finally asked the peasant the reason for his zeal. He replied that there is a prophecy that says that when the Imperial Castle is erected in Poznań, free Poland will rise again. It didn't take long for the prophecy to come true. The private apartments of the imperial family were located in the western part of the castle, while the throne room was arranged in the eastern part. In the inner courtyard, you can get there from Kościuszki Street or from the park. There is a fountain modeled on the Fountain of Lions from the Alhambra and several figures from the contemporary sculpture group. What mysteries wait to be uncovered within the castle grounds? Unrecognized by Magdalena Abakanowicz, the whole composition can be seen on the Poznan citadel. In his new residence, the emperor was only twice, the first time at the opening of the castle in 1910 and 3 years later. At the turn of 8th and 9th centuries, a defensive stronghold was built in Ostrow Tumski, which in the 10th century became one of the main centers of the Piast state next to Gniezno. It was here that the baptism of Poland took place, and in 968 the first bishopric in Poland was founded, and a cathedral was built while the rulers of Poland from the Piast dynasty are buried. But what exactly happened in this mystical place to make it so significant? The former cathedral island is one of the most charming parts of Poznań, with the cathedral dominating the whole area, a small church of the Blessed Virgin Mary, cobbled streets running in the place of the former ramparts and historic houses of cathedral canons standing in the gardens. It is the enclave of peace and quiet, and time seems to flow slower here. Surrender to sleepy atmosphere of Ostrow Tumski, and after visiting the most important monuments, be sure to take a look at the quiet and charming side streets. So, are you ready to immerse yourself in the mystery of Ostrow Tumski? In 1253, Poznan was founded by the Princes Przemysl and Boleslav the Pious on the left bank of the Warta River, in the area of today's Old Town, as a result of which Ostrow Tumski lost its importance as a center of trade and secular power. The island became the property of the Poznan bishops and the center of church authority in the diocese. However, it was not part of the city, into which it was incorporated only at the end of the 18th century. It is true that the Jordan Bridge is not located in Ostrow Tumski, but only connects it with Shortka. You cannot forget about it here. Once, the crossing in this place was the only way to the city from the east. Currently, the Jordan Bridge, in honor of the first bishop of Poznan, is the most interesting crossing in the city, with a beautiful view on the Poznan Cathedral.